everyone, welcome back. We are having a new moon in Cancer. As we all know, with new moons, this just means a new beginning, starting something new, planting seeds, becoming aware of certain things, being nudged and pushed in certain directions so that we can take the actions that we need to take to push for these changes, these new beginnings. So this time could just be like the start of something. And then in 6 months' time, when we have that full moon in Cancer, something that we're starting up now could be coming into completion then, okay? So whatever it is that we're being asked to start up, to plant seeds for, could have to do with these Cancerian themes. So I always advise for you to check out your birth chart and see where Cancer is in your birth chart, because Cancer is somewhere. And depending where it is, what house it's in, it could just give you some further insight into what themes this could be hitting on for you specifically. But yeah, let's talk about these Cancer themes, like what themes could potentially be coming up for us. Cancer is all about home, so upbringing, early childhood, stuff related to the mother. So maybe we're being asked to go back there, like go back to our past, to our childhood, because maybe there's something that we need to reassess, or maybe there's something that we're carrying, some kind of programming or some kind of belief or something that we have that stems from how we were raised, that stems from our childhood, or that stems from our mother, that we need to, again, revise, rewire. We might have to become conscious of something that we do that maybe just, is no longer serving. It's like where we're headed, where we're going. It's something that is holding us back. And this is where we have to go. We have to go like, okay, what are the origins of this thing? Why do I carry this in the first place? And what do I have to do to rewire it, to think it over, to work on shedding whatever it is, right? That could potentially be keeping us small or keeping us limited. I always correlate Cancer also to the knowingness that you are enough just as you are. So many of us, all of us probably, we're always working towards our goals. We're always evolving. We're always growing and changing, and that's all good and it's completely normal. But where some of us can get stuck is in thinking that we're not good enough or we're not worthy enough until we reach a certain outcome, until we reach like a certain accomplishment or a milestone, and then you're worthy and you're good enough. So what this energy always reminds me of is like to remember that you already are inherently, innately worthy and good enough just as you are right here, right now. We were born good enough, and worthy as is, okay? And it's just like remembering that, like coming back to that. So yeah, that's just something else that I personally correlate to this Cancer energy. So these are some of the things that could be coming up, but we're gonna go ahead and pull the cards to see exactly what messages Spirit would like to give to us, for us to have at the forefront, for us to carry with us these next 2 weeks, information that could help us, guide us, support us, assist us in some way, until we meet again in 2 weeks for our next moon cycle messages, which will be for the full moon. But let's see for now what it is that Spirit wants to communicate to us. What do they want to tell us? What do they think it would be important for us to know right now for this new moon in Cancer for these next 2 weeks until we have our next moon event? Let's see what message Spirit thinks is the most important to bring up for those of us that are here tuned in. While I pull the spread, you guys can take a moment to close your eyes, center yourselves, take deep in and out breaths so that you can make yourself receptive to whatever messages are here that are meant for you, okay? And I brought this Oracle deck. I bought it such a long time ago and I never use it. So I think it's because I don't like it very much. But I brought it. I was curious to see what messages we can get from this deck. So let's just see if it wants to talk to us and what comes through, what it wants to add. Oh, okay. Interesting. And I am also going to go in with the tarot just to get the full message right now from the start. One more card, please. Spirit's like, I'll take up as many cards as I need to, thanks. As long as we get the message, that's all that matters. Go with the flow. Okay, so I've pulled a spread. Let me see what we have here. So far I'm getting a really positive message. This seems to be very high vibe, a very high vibe message. But the first message that I'm getting here is I'm seeing a presence of like family, which is very in line with this Cancerian theme. It's like ancestors, those that came before us, maybe our parents or our grandparents, like our family, the legacy that we carry, and like wanting to continue it, right? Continue to carry it, continue bringing it forward. I'm seeing there's a strong influence of whatever that is here. It's influencing us. The things that our families have done or believed, the traditions that they've passed down. But I'm getting like this big feeling of needing to be your own person. Like, of course, allow yourself to be influenced by things that are going to bring you joy, things that you feel connected to, that you believe in, that you feel happy, you know, to carry forward. I think no matter what, we're all like influenced by something. But there is like a pressing message about like individuality and being yourself too. And like putting your own personal influence on the legacy, on what gets carried through, you know, what gets carried forward. It's not only about keeping the ancestors alive or maintaining their legacy, maintaining the beliefs and the traditions and all of these things. It's also like, what's my own personal take? You know, what's my own personal take? What's my own personal energy? It's like, yes, it's all being influenced by what came before me, but also I'm here now. And also I get to kind of like put my own energy into this, my own flavor, you know, so to speak. So there is like a message about like needing to be yourself, like needing to be an individual, like needing to break free from a group. Even if it's like a strong group and it's a group that you love, it's like, what are you putting on it? Like, what's your energy signature that you're, you know, putting on it? Because this is where like the true achievement is going to shine, is going to come through. It's like each of us are unique and each of us has something different and new to offer. And you have to connect like, what am I here to offer? You're not meant to just be the same, like be the same and maintain something and keep something steady and the same. It's like you're meant to add your own 2 cents, you know, like add in your own energy, add in your beliefs, your take on things. Let your heart shine, like let your experience and your wisdom really come through in how you influence things. You know, like you have to be yourself. Everyone just has to be themselves. We're all unique. And that's the best thing we can do is like just be ourselves, because there's something that only you can bring, you know, only you can offer based on your specific unique experience and what that created, like what that's cultivating. So it's about connecting to that and knowing that you doing that is not like you're changing the traditions or you're dishonoring your ancestors or your family. You're not doing that. You're just improving it or updating it or just adding on to it, you know, because you're as much a family member in this group as they are. So you're just as important. Like your influence is just as important. So it's kind of like, look at it as like, this is my contribution instead of I'm completely deviating and I'm doing something different and because of that, am I dishonoring the ancestors? Am I dishonoring tradition? No, it's just the belief of like, I'm put on this, you know, family bloodline, right? I'm put on this path and this is who I am. And there's a purpose for that. There must be a purpose for that. Like I was put here to upgrade things, or I was put here to change things in this way so that what we are passing forward, the traditions we're carrying forward, they are going to be changed, but it's in a way that's like needed. It's like it was meant to be, you know? This was what you were supposed to do. Like you came here to bring these changes to the bloodline. And that is your achievement, you know? So it's like understanding that, like understanding like there are no mistakes. Like I was put here, I'm here. And if this is who I am and this is what I have to offer, it's for a reason. I have to stand in my own individuality. I have to influence in my own way. And this is a win, not only for you personally, right? But for your entire like soul family, your entire bloodline, those that are, yet to come, that are gonna come after you, they're going to be impacted. They're going to be influenced by, the way you're moving now, the way you're putting things forward now, what you're teaching, the traditions you're creating. And that's how like the bloodline as a whole like evolves and grows and changes and upgrades. It's not so much about just like maintaining and keeping things the same, because that's how you respect and that's how you honor. It's making room for yourself too, it's honoring what has, transpired, what has happened, but also knowing like, but I'm here now and I deserve space to exist and to influence and to do things my way. So yeah, there's a big message about just not being too attached to a certain plan or to a certain like group think. Like it's like a group, and like the whole group believes in a certain way, thinks in a certain way, and so it's like I'm gonna stick to how the group is perceiving this or seeing this, and I'm gonna like, I'm gonna stick to that. It's like being able to deviate from the group, okay, and stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you believe, how you perceive it. What do you think? What do you think is best? Like what's your take? Because if you're being inspired to move in a certain way that's different, it's what's needed. Like that's your mission, that's your purpose. So you don't want to like shut that off. You don't want to turn that off, like like tamp that down. Like no, like that wants to come out. Like that's literally your mission, your purpose. Like that's how you're meant to influence. You're meant to bring certain changes. So it's being able to stay true, stay authentic, and to do it your way, And I'm really not seeing like something crazy. Like I'm not seeing you deviating like completely and totally off of the path. Like I am seeing like it's like a small deviation. It's like a small little like way that you are perceiving it, or that you believe something to be true. I don't completely seeing you going like left. I don't see anything drastic is what I'm saying here. But I am seeing someone really needing to be comfortable with themselves and with your perception, with your experience, with your beliefs, with the things that are really like meaningful and purposeful to you, and letting that come forward, letting that shine through, and letting that play whatever role it's meant to play and influence in whatever way it's meant to influence, so that it really sticks. Like how can you integrate whatever these things are in a way that it's like not just like a change that you see in the moment, but it's like a change that gets integrated long term over time. So it's like something foundational, that you're teaching or you're influencing in some way. It's something foundational. So for example, if it's like about like oneness and love, let's just say like this is the influence that you need to have on your family. It's not just like about an isolated incident where someone maybe isn't like being compassionate or understanding or just, and then like you in that moment explain why that's not the way to handle things, like why we need to be more cooperative with each other and loving and accepting, and it only like affects that one incident. This is more so something that you want it to affect like any potential incident that can come up now and in the future, something that has legs that can like really like make its way into the foundation of something. So instead of it only affecting like that one incident, it's like teaching about oneness and what makes us all one, and why it's important to consider everybody regardless of where they're from or what religion they practice or their beliefs or how they choose to lead their lives. It's like regarding everyone as a human being, as a person. Like fundamentally we are all one. We are all the same thing. We are humans. We all have blood. We all have hearts. We all have brains. Like ultimately we're the same, and no one is above anyone else, and everyone has free will, and like they're gonna choose what they choose. But at the end of the day, fundamentally we are the same. We are all one, and therefore we deserve all the same rights and all the same protections and freedoms. We all deserve to be here. to kind of like eliminate whatever prejudice, can exist or any of that stuff, right? That's just an example. It's like, my point is, don't make it so that it's just like you're influencing one isolated incident. It's like your influence needs to kind of make its way into the foundation so that that's what's being passed along fundamentally, like foundationally. You have an impact to make, you have an influence to make. And this is like what your achievement looks like. And in order for you to really connect with whatever that is, you do have to kind of like get away from groupthink and from trying to like maintain a certain order or certain traditions, beliefs. It's like there's something new that you have to bring, that you have to add, something different, something that maybe the people in your family, they've never heard of or they're confused with. Like, it's not something that maybe that comes naturally to them. Like, it's something that they're gonna have to chew on and really like contemplate and stuff. But with time, it's something that can really grow legs and can really be like a stable in the foundation. But in order for you to play your role and to influence in the way that you're meant to, it's like you have to believe in yourself, you have to have conviction, you have to be bold, you have to speak up, you have to be independent, be a free thinker, reclaim your mind. And again, this isn't something that's going to happen like so drastically or abruptly. This is going to take time. Like, it's going to take time. Like, the first time you bring this up, like whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that's different, that's new, that's coming from you, that it's like it was your mission to bring this to the family line. Whatever that is, it's going to take time. Like, when you first like talk about it or mention it or whatever, people might be like, huh? Question mark? Like, what are you even talking about? Like, what are you saying? So it's like you have to, from all angles or like all different situations or over time, the more you talk about it, explain your position, explain what you mean, teach about it, influence, or be a living example, a living embodiment of what it is, the change that you want to bring. Little by little, that's how it's going to get like integrated and understood and respected and like incorporated, So you do have to be patient. This isn't something that's going to happen overnight. But that's why we were saying, like, this is the new moon in Cancer. So maybe this is something that you can see like a lot of progress with in about 6 months when this cycle completes, when we have that full moon in Cancer. So right now it's just the start. Right now it's just the beginning. Right now it's like you starting to plant the little seeds and like to talk about it and to make your influences and to like try to show people different perspectives and to like deviate from what's normal, like what was normal, to start expressing like your different opinions or your different views, knowing that you have something valuable. Like, the way that you want to change things is like why you came here in the first place, but it's also like it's valuable, it's important. Like, this is how people are going to be like upgraded, are going to change for the better, are going to grow, is when they really start like hearing you and like adapting, like your ideas, your beliefs, your methods, like really integrating them and like really living by them, like abiding by it. And it's going to happen slowly over time. So even if you start talking, you start, bringing up these new ideas and you feel like no one even cares, no one's listening, it's not impacting, it's like you just have to keep going. You just have to keep going with it and know that something is forming, even if you can't see it yet. It's happening underneath the surface. It's forming, it's solidifying the more that you come forward with it. Most importantly, you have to like live it yourself. I think that's how you teach the best. It's just by being like a living embodiment of it, being a living example of it. And then people that are, observing or good observers, they're going to notice. They're going to notice you changing. Maybe they're going to notice your joy, the joy you're cultivating and like the things you're building and you're creating, like your successes. And they're going to be like, that person is onto something, like I see how much they're improving, or I see how good they're doing, and like it's working. Like, this is actually something that is real, that works. And then they're going to get a little more interested. They're going to start listening a little more deeper. They're going to start contemplating it. And this is how you really start like rewiring, the brain or certain patterns or beliefs, It takes time to create like that new neurological pathway. It takes repetition, like it takes time, it takes patience. So yeah, this seems like you have an important mission, and your mission is literally to change something that's normalized, that's like ingrained, established, and you're here to put your own little spin on things. Like you're here to change things, to leave your mark, to leave your impact, to make your influence. And it's not only here to impact you positively, it's here to impact your soul family, your entire soul family positively. But they have to listen to you, right? They have to like, it has to get through their thick skulls, you know? And that's gonna take time. It takes time to like break through something that's been so like solidified. It takes time to be able to like break that down, to start building with this new influence so that it can have like this new type of impact. And I feel like this is something that lives inside of you. Each of us, we have something to offer that's unique. And you're never gonna find it if you're just following the crowd, if you're just sticking to the group, you know? It's something that you have to find within yourself. And maybe that's where you are. Maybe you're still looking for it. Maybe you're still looking for what makes you unique and what is it that you have to offer. And, you know, you got to look at your story, your experience. Like you were put here, like in this body, as this person, in this family, and like see, like, what am I here to do? What's my mission? What has my experience been? Like, what have I been learning? What have been my biggest lessons? What am I here? Like, what wisdom do I have to share, to bring forward? Like, what have I learned that I can share with other people that's potentially going to influence them in a positive way, or that's going to challenge things in the family line, like in the beliefs and the traditions, you know? It's going to challenge like how we were brought up. It's going to challenge, you know, our beliefs, but it's for the best, you know, because we need an upgrade. We need to change things. We need to make changes to the foundation. And this is how I meant to influence in those changes. This is my mark, my legacy that I meant to leave here. Even if the group, the family doesn't get it, they don't understand. It's like, you know, in your heart, this is your purpose, this is valuable, and this is like your message, and this is what you want to bring forward, and this is what you want, you know, to make its way into the foundation. So again, it's something that has legs to like keep going long term. The influence, the impact is something that's going to be long term, that's really going to change things, shift things from its roots. You're like leaving something that's going to influence the future like generations. Kind of like Paramahamsa Yogananda. I love him so much. I'm so inspired by him. Kind of like what he did, you know, like he came from India, and his purpose, like his mission, was to bring the yogic teachings to the West. And that's what he did, you know. I feel like I'm getting even like emotional thinking about it, because that's like a big mission. That one was big. But wow, was he like so successful, you know, in what he did. Because even today, you know, 100+ years later, he has such a big impact. You know, like what a legacy. I'm hearing what a legacy to leave. Even after his death, like he's still so effective. His teachings, you know? So it's something like that. It's like, maybe not to that magnitude, because I mean, what a mission again, but like in your own way, in your own unique way, and it doesn't make it any less. I'm like hearing him talking. He's like, your mission isn't any less than his, you know? It's just as important. It's just as valid and impactful in your own way. We shouldn't compare missions, right? But it's something like that. It's like, you know, you're here to like ingrain something. Like you're here to like plant the seed and like plant the teachings like that may challenge like current norms, but it's something that you're here to talk about, to teach on, to like ingrain, you know, and it's going to change things deeply in a big way on a foundational level, even after you're gone. I'm also hearing the song that says, "Let me be your motivation." I think it's Normani. I'm sorry if I'm not saying her name right, but Normani. It's like, "Let me be your motivation." Anyway, random, but I'm hearing it. Yeah, this is powerful. This is beautiful. I love this message. It really is about bringing something. Like, you have to bring something, talk about it, embody it, express it, plant those seeds so that it can make its way like into Again, something that's going to be long lasting and long term, something that's going to be influencing and impacting in a stable way long term. And whatever that is that you have to share, it's like something that you learned because of your own lived experience. That wisdom came through your own lived experience. And it's like you have something valuable to add, to bring. That again is not only influencing you in a good way, but it can influence your family. I'm hearing your sphere of influence in a positive way. So yeah, just go with the flow. Don't overthink it. A lot of this is just very natural within you, very innate. It's not something that you have to force. It's just something that you have to be and you have to embody and you have to bring forward. And that's something that happens very naturally. So just let yourself be in flow state. The more you can be in flow state, the more your influence will be effective. You just have to let yourself be you, you know? Let whatever's gonna come out of you, knowing that it can only be channeled through you. It's unique to you. So take your mind out of it and just let it emerge, let it flow out of you, okay? So that was our message for this new moon in Cancer. I love this message. I hope that it also impacted you in the way it was meant to, and that it was helpful and that it served you. Thank you so much for spending time with me today, for sharing your energy. I look forward to seeing you guys around here again very soon. Take good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye.